I now um call this meeting. I forgot what I was supposed to say. I now call this meeting to begin. I believe. Give me 1 second so I can pull up our. My voice is still loud in my background. Give me 1 second.
Okay.
At 5:11, I now call this meeting to order. And my first, I'm gonna present. Do we have enough for a quorum, Doctor Christian? Is four of us. We don't. Okay.
No, we do not have enough for a quorum.
Okay. So the first step would really just be to review some of our old business that we discussed in our last meeting. Was everybody able to send Nathan the articles that they were supposed to send? I can speak for myself. I was not able to.
So Nathan, how many articles are you short? Who sent their information? I know Reba said that she has not sent you her information.
So no one has sent it yet, but I think Mrs. Tabitha said that they're due like no later than April 29th, so I think there's still time.
No, that's not true.
But well, yeah, in the last email, that's what I remember reading.
No, I didn't. We want to go ahead and pull that together because in May we have to, of course, give the presentation to the council. So actually, we want to have that newsletter well together before then. So we definitely want to ensure that we get that information in. Guys want to pull that together as quickly as possible because, again, time is ticking. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yes, it does. Nathan, I should have mine to you by the end of this week. I just didn't get the pictures from like a lot of the events I've been at, and I just didn't want to send you like straight blurbs. So I should get that to you by the end of this week.
Yep, sounds good. Thank you.
Okay, so I pulled up the minutes from the last meeting. So everyone was supposed to get their articles to you, Nathan, no later than March the 28th. So definitely we want to ensure that that everyone moved pretty quickly on this. I know that, yeah, Reba mentioned that she was going to provide an article on financial literacy and the Bethesda Center. Nathan, I think you and Justin said articles on financial literacy and stimulating learning. Jordan was to provide an article on the student relations banquet and a local mentoring program that she was a part of. And then again, those articles should have been submitted by March the 28th. So let's recap that and come up with a new deadline. We definitely want to have them in before the 29th because that will give us an opportunity to take a look at what is put together and make any modifications to it before it is distributed. So today is the 9th. So Reba, go ahead. I will let you take the hand with this and come up. You guys start to talk a little bit about a deadline date for this.
When will everybody think like it's best ideal with their schedules to get their articles in? Justine and Nathan, do you guys have your articles ready, or you still have to draft those too?
Yeah, we have it. We're trying to find the pictures for it. So I think I have to ask this administrator at my school. So
Okay.
but we have the draft up. Yeah.
You think Friday is a good deadline for you guys, or?
Yeah, I think Friday's good as long as that's okay with everyone else. Yeah.
Jacob, if you have anything you want to add, do you think Friday is a good day or no?
Yeah, I think that's fine. That works for me.
Jacob, are you able to touch base with Jordan and find out if she has her or will have her information by the end of the week on the student relations banquet and that local mentoring program that she talked about?
Yeah, I can do that for you. She also told me to tell you guys that she'll be joining in the next 15 minutes.
Awesome. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
Thank you for that. Okay, Ms. Reva.
I also wanted to discuss in regards to general business, any committee reports. So I know we don't have anything to discuss from my end. There's another financial literacy session tomorrow at my school, so I could probably put something in the newsletter from that as well. But from the individual committees, do you guys have anything you want to add or just talk about while on the meeting, or update us on while we're on the meeting?
I think nothing on
Yes.
the public. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say there's nothing on the public relations end because for the whole newsletter. So
Okay, no problem. Something I did want to bring up as well was everybody able to respond to Ms. Tabitha about the meeting on May 13th?
So guys, May 13th is the report meeting to the city council members. So are you guys able to be there for that meeting? I think it's from 4 to 6, or actually, of course, they will have you guys and the YAC to present first. So it's really from like 4 to like 4:30. What's the consensus of the group?
I'll be there.
Okay.
I believe I was just gonna say I'll be there as well.
Okay.
I'll be there.
All right. Was that Jeremiah? Jeremiah, you got your camera?
Hello.
There he is. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. Good to see you. All right. Who else will be there? So we got Reba, we got Nathan.
I think I can as well.
Okay, Justin, Jeremiah, and Jacob. Did you say you'll be there as well? Awesome. Okay. Perfect. Okay, Ms. Reba.
So moving on to Dr. Christian can correct me if I'm wrong, but we don't really actually everybody confirmed that they did get the information about the apprenticeship in their emails before I move forward.
Yes, so Guys, did you have an opportunity to read through the apprenticeship program facts? We call it the apprenticeship program fact sheet. Did everyone have an opportunity to read through it? Any questions about how we want to lay that out? Again, based on your feedback, we created this document that we want to share with City Council on in May at that City Council meeting about how we want to move forward with this apprenticeship piece. So again, if you take a look at it, you can see that of course, we talked about the purpose of it. We talked about the function within the city departments, and also how, what the time frame would be, expected duration. Again, as you guys wanted to talk, and as you guys suggested, somewhere between 3 to 6 weeks. And of course, being able to report out on the experience during the May City Council meeting, after the experience. So, and of course, we will have a link to our webpage for the different departments who are interested in having someone to come in and have that experience in their department.
So I have a
I
quick
think the
question.
document looks. Oh, sorry.
Oh, you're okay. You can go ahead.
No, you could go, Jacob, because it was just going to be confirming. Like, you go.
Okay. So when does it start exactly? If it's supposed to be reported at the May 13th meeting, so is that something that's like
Well, yeah. So that will be for the next cap.
Okay, that makes sense to me. Thank you.
Right. So of course that will give you guys an opportunity. Once you complete this year, you want to come back and go through the apprenticeship process, then you have an opportunity to do that. And then of course, next May at the meeting, be able to report out on your experience. So this year, again, we wanted just to come up with a foundation, the logistics of how we want it to run. And then we could take and of course build on it as we get into it.
Thank you.
Yeah, good question. Ms. Reaver, you have something?
I do think it looks good, though. It definitely covers a lot of what everybody was mentioning in the last meeting we had. So I think it's good to go on my end. I have no objection towards it.
Awesome. Nathan, Justin, Jeremiah, any questions regarding the apprenticeship logistics, the fact sheet?
I might have a possible suggestion, but I don't know if it would be possible. So I was thinking like potentially in the future, it could benefit like other students like on like not related to College Advisory Board, but just other potential students, college students. And I think that would offer, a great opportunity for students who wouldn't otherwise have access to the opportunity.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's a great idea. And actually, the city is looking to have something similar to this as a possible employees portal with WSSU. So we want to take what they're doing along with what we're doing, and of course, we want to see if we can grow and expand this out. So that first year, next year, of course, will be very vital to seeing what we can put in place to get a good pilot, and then move forward from there and look to expand it out. So definitely, Nathan, that's what we're thinking. Great comments. Anything else?
Um, I haven't been to most of the meetings, especially regarding any information about the apprenticeships. But I did have a question about one of the departments. And one of the departments I'm curious about um, is the AAHI department, I believe. I don't know if that's the correct acronym or not, but I believe it's the African American Heritage Initiative. I think that's what it's called. And so I wanted to know if that would be an option.
But again, that's one of our commissions. And so if that is something that you want to kind of volunteer with or do some, do some type of volunteer work with them, then of course there would be some opportunities there with the AAHI. But again, Jeremiah, that would be predicated on the various projects that they're working on at that time.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Good questions. Any other questions regarding the apprenticeship fact sheet? No? Okay. Awesome. Ms. Reaver?
Now we're gonna just move on to some of the new business we should discuss, which of course is our end of year project. I'm sorry about the noise in the background, but I messaged Miss Tabitha. I don't know how far Jordan has gone on outreach, and Jeremiah or Jacob can attest to how like outreach has gone on your campus about the end of year project. And before I continue, I'm actually going to ask about that. Like, how has that been with the administration, and what has that process been like? Has it been successful? Like, are y'all hitting roadblocks?
So, if I'm not mistaken, hasn't there been a change in the end of year project?
So definitely, you guys talked about just getting the logistics from WSSU regarding their food and securities process. Then, of course, Jordan, I think she just joined. Hi, Jordan, how are you?
Hi, how are you?
Wonderful. And so Jordan just joined as well. And so Jordan sent an email saying that wanted to talk more about doing some donations as opposed to us getting the logistics from WSSU and using that as a part of our city council report as well. So Jordan, perfect timing. Would you like to talk about that for a minute with the group?
Yes, I'm trying to turn on my camera, but it's just a black screen, so I'm not sure what's up with that. But I'm just gonna talk from here. I spoke with Dr. Capel about the food insecurities project, and he did have other ideas, but since time is running low, he just emailed me a list of things that they could really need, that they could really use for the food insecurity closet that they actually have on campus.
Okay, so the question is there something you guys want to do with that? And if so, how can we use that, or how can you use that as a part of your report in May? Does that make sense?
Yes.
Oh, also, guys, of course, this is being recorded, so I wanted to remind you, if you are able to turn your camera on, please do so. If you are able to do so. Thank you. So what is your discussion regarding the donations at WSSU and how you guys get involved? What are your thoughts? How do you want to report that out?
The only thing I can think of at this point is some kind of drive, maybe with the items listed. And yeah, that's all I can think of at this moment.
I think that's a good idea with like setting a goal of how much we want to donate by a certain date. And that is probably something that all schools could contribute to because we're just having students donate instead of getting student information and etc. So I do second that idea, Jordan. I like it.
So gentlemen, we need to hear from you. What are your thoughts?
I think it's a good idea to do what Jordan suggested. Regarding Forsyth Tech, Forsyth Tech has a Forsyth Tech Cares program, which essentially does also have a food pantry. And so possibly whatever approach Jordan or anybody else from WSSU was going to take with their campus's food pantry, there could be a similar thing happening at Forsyth Tech as well.
Jacob?
I like it. I do. I second what Jordan said. She covered a lot of good points, and I think that we can never have too much over here at WSSU or anywhere else for Sci Tech, as Jeremiah stated. So I like it.
Justin, Nathan, thoughts? Can't hear you, Justin.
Oh, sorry. I also agree with this, and I think it's a good idea to implement this. And yeah, I think it'll be good for Forsyth Tech and WSSU.
Nathan?
I think what Jeremiah and Jordan said was pretty well, and so yeah, I agree with them.
Okay. So what are your next steps? How do you make it happen? And what's your timeline?
Well, I know next steps on my campus could be, I'm on the SEC, so we do a lot of service, like oriented events on campus. So it could be like having students donate, of course, like whatever we choose for it to be, like canned goods, dry foods, and then making that trip to Winston-Salem State to donate it to the pantry. Because trying to coordinate something with Wake Forest's pantry within the time constraint is less likely to happen, but I'm pretty sure students on this campus will be willing to donate to the pantry on WSSU's campus.
Mm-hmm. Other thoughts? So, Jordan, what is on that list of merchandise or products that that they're asking for?
So they have. I have to go to 1 second. On the list is things like detergent, body wash, toothpaste, toothbrushes, mouthwash, noodles, hot sauce, ranch dressing, cereal, oatmeal, rice, canned fruit, diapers, baby food, dish soap, and deodorant. And then they say they do not need the following items: canned corn, cookies and crackers, chips, snacks, candy, and Pop Tarts. When I spoke to Dr. Capel, though, he did mention that the two things he needs most are baby food and diapers, I believe, for students who live on campus with children.
Baby food and diapers?
Yes.
Okay. Need the most. So is that something that you guys want to focus your efforts on? Or do you just want to? Or do you guys just want to see what you can gather and just make a donation? Thoughts?
I would say see what we can gather on my end, but I am gonna place emphasis on like the donation of baby food, but I don't want to simply say like only that, because then it lessens the likelihood of like people coming to donate because they feel like if I can't donate that, then I shouldn't donate at all. So I'm gonna open it up, but I'm gonna, when we present it to the students in the cohort, I'm gonna make sure that we do highlight that people do need baby food.
Thanks for that. Any other thoughts? No other thoughts? Did Jordan send that list to you guys? Did you guys get that list from Jordan?
I don't believe so.
So
No, not yet.
no, okay. So what is the timeline you guys want to pull this together?
I'm thinking you said that the meeting with the report is on the 13th.
No.
So do we want to do that by the end of April? Like April 30th is a hard stop on all donations, and we want to have it to the pantry by that date. Like how does everybody feel about that? Dr. Christian, is that kind of too close to the meeting, or is that okay?
I think it's fine. What is the consensus among the group? Don't all speak at one time now.
So I agree that it should probably be sometime before the 13th, so we'll have something to present before the council. So yeah, maybe like a couple weeks before that, a week, just enough time to be able to put in our presentation inside of our newsletter.
Awesome. Jeremiah?
Yeah, I'm in agreement. It seems as though there's a lot of preparation needed for us to, represent CAB well. I agree with Jacob. I think having some time to make sure we have something, substantial to present is a good measure to take.
Nathan? Justin? Thoughts?
I just went to use the restroom, so I think I missed part of it.
So asking if April 30th is a good time to have a hard deadline for the donations.
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
Awesome. Justin?
Yeah, I think that's good to me too, because it leaves us enough time for the May 13th deadline. Yeah.
Okay. So what's the next steps, guys?
Well, I think first we need to get that list from Jordan, right?
Absolutely.
Right.
I actually, she chatted, said that her family was in an emergency in the hospital or something, so she had to leave, and I asked her to email that list to you guys.
Okay, so I just took a look at my phone, and actually she sent the list over, so I can read off what she had again if you'd like me to.
That or either send it to everybody, whichever is best.
Works better.
And I think that might be better. Save some ink and some paper. So if you would send that over, Jacob, that would be great. So everyone would have it.
All right, we'll do.
So how do you guys gonna do this? You gonna just talk about it? How do you want to ensure that you get your donations in by April 30th?
When the SEC like holds events on campus, usually with service events, there's an incentive. So when we donated to the Bethesda Center, the incentive was the candy grams for Valentine's Day. So I'd use the same approach that I used then. Now we're planning a lot of like end of year lunches and bar visits and happy hours for the master students. So the incentive would be like, if you donate, you get a free drink ticket at the bar event, because we find that the students here are more likely to indulge if there's something that they get out of it. So something of that nature. But I also did want to ask, like, what do we want to set our goal at? Like, what is our ideal amount of donations we want to have by the 30th?
Any ideas, guys? What you want your what's your goal? What's your target based on your list? How many items?
Just to clarify, oh, I'm sorry, Jacob.
No,
I'll let you go.
Okay, so I was going to say, who exactly is our target audience? So I think the way that it was presented before, I assumed that it was like perhaps the city was funding it, you know? But who's our target audience now that I know that that's not the case? So is it students that we're looking for to donate back into our own schools?
That you're looking to donate right back into WSSU based on the list that Jordan has provided. So,
okay, so sorry about that.
Yeah, so that list is from Dr. What's his name? I've forgotten his name. He runs the food donations program over at WSSU. So essentially, we're looking to donate to your campus, the campus that you attend.
So realistically, right? We probably have like let's see, today's the 9th. We have like 21 days according to our deadline. So what number do you think is appropriate? 21 days. Like with the allotted time that we have, like do you
got 3 weeks. You got 3 weeks.
Okay.
Basically.
So is there a realistic number that you have in mind for 3 weeks that we could
That's the question that I want to pose to you guys. What are you thinking would be an ideal number? I could say 300. I could say 300 items, right? Because in 3 weeks, 100 items a week, the 7 days in a week, right? So that's a little over how many items per day? A little what? 13 items, 12 items a day, 10 items a day, something like that. Well, that's 70. So about what, 15? So I could say 300 items. But then that may not be realistic. So what are you guys thinking as a decent number?
I think 300 is ideal, especially because it's across all three schools. It's not just coming from one source. So I do think 300 is a good number. And if we exceed it, then that's even better. But I do think 300 is a good goal to set.
I agree with Reva.
There it is, Jacob. You got it. 300.
Is there anything we need to draft on our end in regards to like the report? Like, do we need to draft the why behind the food drive, why we chose food insecurity?
Of course, when you guys make your presentation, of course, on the backside of this, you could go into your what, where, when, why, and how.
Okay.
And put that in a one-page document, and bullet point it, and then that would suffice.
Okay.
Sounds good. Sounds good. What you got, Nathan? You talking? So you have a hard deadline of April 30th. You're going to focus on 300, at least 300 items for the food donation. And how we're going to get all of that, all of the donations to them. Is there going to be something you're going to spearhead, Jacob, or was it a collaboration with you and Jordan?
I missed the last part. One more time, sir.
I said, so how are we going to get the items to campus at the end of April? Is there going to be a collaboration between you and Jordan?
Yeah.
Get everything to you guys?
That works for me. I'll relay that to her at the end of the meeting.
Awesome. Thanks for that. What else we got, Ms. Reva?
That's all I have on my end. We discussed our moving, so we know going forward. We should all Jeremiah, Nathan, and Justin, you know how you guys will conduct like the outreach on your campus. Jeremiah, do you go to WSSU?
I can't understand what you're saying. Can you say that again, please?
Sorry. Do y'all know how y'all gonna conduct the outreach for the drive on your campus? Like, do y'all have that understood, or will y'all meet about that?
I'm not sure how that will work. I think Nathan has recently graduated and Justin. So I'm not sure how that works. Are you guys both on campus still?
Yeah, we're still on campus. We're gonna graduate this year, but we're still.
Okay. So I guess the three of us can discuss things somehow. I guess it's easier to find each other's emails and just communicate that way. For Forsyth Tech though, like how we would conduct it, I suppose, is just reaching out to the Forsyth Tech Cares team, and also I guess the marketing department to see how we can utilize these resources to further our goal as CAB.
Awesome.
Great. So going forward, everybody knows like what their task is, I guess, for lack of better words, and also remembering to send Nathan all articles by Friday. If anybody has anything they want to add, and everybody's also confirmed that they will be there on the 13th for the meeting. Dr. Christian, am I missing anything?
I believe you have it all covered. Jeremiah, I do want to ask you, we are talking about the newsletter and articles to be turned in by Friday to Nathan. I know Jordan is working on an article or pictures from the Student Human Relations Banquet. Is there anything that you want to add to the newsletter? An article or something?
Would it strictly have to be CAB related? I mean, I don't have anything off the top of my head. The recent event that I've attended was the banquet that Jordan seems to be covering. So, yeah.
Well, if you guys want to collab on that, that'd be great. Jacob, you have something?
There is an event that's coming up at WSSU, forgive me, and it's about wrongfully incarcerated individuals, and maybe I can touch a little bit on that. It's like a project we're doing. I mean, I think there's supposed to be some shirts, and I think it's all about outreach anyway. So I think that may be a pretty good thing to have in the newsletter.
I think so too. That would be awesome. That would be awesome. Definitely. So definitely, whatever. Yeah, that would be great. Jeremiah, if you think of something else that you want to bring to it, definitely. We want to put as much information, helpful information out there as possible. So.
Okay. Since you said that, would it be appropriate to include local organizations that sort of center their mission around providing resources for individuals who are, let's say, underprivileged in our local community?
Absolutely.
Well, actually, now that I think about it, Nathan, and Justin are part of the Global Scholars of Distinction Program. And we recently did a virtual exchange where we partner with students from Jordan and the Middle East, and we've developed a sustainable product. And that actually might be a very cool thing for us to talk about. And we actually are a part of it. It's not like we're talking about something that's like we've contributed to this project for the past 8 weeks. I don't know why it just slipped my mind. I mean, I've been stressing about that. I mean, we even been communicating on WhatsApp about it. I don't even know why I was just like, could we email each other? Like I don't know. But yeah, we'll definitely be able to talk about that. I could write it. I don't know if Justin or Nathan would. Well, Nathan, he seems to be over the newsletter anyways, but Justin, I don't know if you want to write it. I know you have a lot to write after these meetings as is, but I'm fine writing it about our experiences and then just talking to you guys to get your 2 cents on that.
Awesome. Jeremiah, you've been holding out on me. But that's excellent, guys. That's great stuff. Definitely. All that is newsworthy, and we want to ensure that we encapsulate that in our newsletter. So, in your newsletter. Awesome. Perfect. Ms. Reva.
Yes, sir. If we have nothing else to discuss before I say that, though, does anybody else have anything they want to put out there that they might be forgetting to mention? No.
Hey guys, great meeting. Just make sure you get Nathan your stuff. And I am looking forward to hearing about your product and how that is moving forward.
Okay, I have one question. So what's the due date to send Nathan the information?
This Friday.
Okay.
All right. Ms. Reba?
Well, if nobody else has anything to add, this meeting is adjourned at 5:56 p.m. on April 9th. Everyone have a beautiful day.